guys, so I am back today with another book video. So I want to start this new thing on my channel where every month I create a TBR list for that month, and then when the next month comes up, I will review the books that were on my TBR list, and I will come up with a new TBR list for the next month. So for this video, since it's the first one, I'm not going to review what I read this past month of July, because I'm not quite sure. I know I read a couple books, but I honestly was kind of lazy about reading. So I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to be reading for the month of August. So the first book I'm going to try to read is Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. This is a classic book, and I've been meaning to read it for several years now. I picked this up at like a yard sale or a flea market, probably at least 6 years ago, and I never read it. I tried to and I lost focus, so I stopped, but I've never completed this, and everybody always tells me that I should read it, so I'm finally gonna do it. If you don't know what this is about, it is about a reporter. I believe he's a young boy too, and he sits down to interview with this vampire. He's basically telling his life story, and this is actually the first book in a series, so if it's as good as everyone says it is, I'll probably continue with the series. The next book that I'm going to read is, I'm probably going to butcher this, so it's Death at the Chateau, Vermont. And it's by M.L. Longworth. And this is about a nobleman that he falls to his death from his chateau, and the chief magistrate suspects foul play. And he finds out that his ex-girlfriend actually was friends with the guy who died, so he kind of gets involved with trying to find out who killed him. There's a bunch of different suspects, so it's just kind of a murder mystery. The next book I'm going to be reading is Please Don't Go Before I Get Better. This is by Madison Leann. It's just a collection of poetry about her life, and I've tried to read this. I've never gotten all the way through it. Not because it's not good or anything, I just kind of stopped reading it. I think what really was the problem was that I wanted to read this so bad that I didn't want it to be over. So I just kind of kept myself from finishing it ever. I don't know if you guys ever do that or if that's just me, but I know I do that sometimes with books. So I'm gonna read this one. I'm gonna read this one though because her next book, Almost Home, comes out in October, and I've already pre-ordered it, so I can't, read that one without having read this one. I have a little visitor back here on this bookshelf here. Red, what you doing? Apparently he thinks he needs to hide. So the next thing I'm going to read is this book. I'm not actually going to read the whole thing. It's called In Depth, and it's Essayists for Our Time. It is a collection of essays. I had to read a couple of the essays out of this book when I was in school, when I was homeschooled. And I really fell in love with reading essays, but I lost this book for a long time, and I just recently found it. So I'm going to be trying to read through it, hopefully every month. It just has a bunch of different essays from different writers. We have like Woody Allen, Francis Bacon, Joan Didion. It's got some from Martin Luther King Jr. I know there's some by Virginia Woolf in here. I don't know, there's just a bunch of different essays from different writers, and I just really want to read it. So I'm going to be starting out with Woody Allen. He's got 4 essays in here, so I'm going to read those. So like I said, I'll be reading these books for the month of August, and then in my September TBR video, I will be reviewing, kind of giving my thoughts on these books. Or these essays that I've been reading for the month of August. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can see these books when I do them monthly. I mean videos. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!